So I thought this would be a fun video to do today. It's whether or not I miss being in the Feelfree Lure, being that I paddled it just the other day. So this is just going to be my thoughts and opinions on what I miss and what I don't miss. Stay tuned. Hey, what's going on? It's Matt. The Radar 135, the pedal drive, the parts are coming. So on Sunday of this past week, I took out the Feelfree Lure, which is right here, and I'll turn the camera on in a minute. And it was the first time I've been in the boat in a couple of months. And to be honest with you, it's only the second time I've had the green iteration of this boat out since I got the red one replaced. Now, the Feelfree Lure 11.5 that I originally had, I had it for 3 years. I posted a video about how I had a crack in it, and I took it down to headwaters, and Dan took care of it like super quick. And I do love this boat. So what I do want to start off by saying is I'm not comparing a pedal drive Radar 135 with a paddle kayak. That's not what this video is really about. It's really some of the things that I miss and don't miss about the Radar, regardless if it was a pedal or a paddle. It just, some things kind of occurred to me. I'm like, you know what, I really miss this, but I really don't that, and I'm gonna talk about it right now. Let's start with the first thing that I didn't miss, and that was the front hatch. Now, the reason why I didn't miss it is because these latches really, in my opinion, they're not intuitive. When you're on the back of the boat and you're moving forward and you're on open water, the last thing you're really looking to do is kind of read down. To be candid with you, I don't think that either of the kayaks that I own got the front hatches right, but the Lure, one is watertight, so I give it credit for that, but it's much more watertight than the Radar, but I just don't think the latches are good on this. I think Feelfree needs to kind of rethink these things, but I did not miss the latches or the front hatch on this particular boat. Moving back, we come to the Sonar Pod. And you know what, to be honest with you, one of the reasons why I initially bought this boat was because of the Sonar Pod. And I stand by that. This, out of all the Sonar Pods that I've been subjected to, that includes the Radar, that includes the Bonafide, and obviously the Feelfree, this is the one that got it right. I just think that the way that the latches are, to get it out of the boat and to lock it down are perfect. A 12-volt battery fits in there just absolutely perfectly. One of the things that I think might be an issue is I think they may need to drop the bottom part of the actual hatch a little bit closer to the bottom of the hull so your transducer goes down just a bit deeper. But I did miss this. Definitely missed that hatch. Next up, what else did I really miss? Well, I'll tell you what. The paddle keeper on this boat is just fantastic. Not only is it easy to get your paddle securely locked with these little buttons right here in this bungee, but it's literally the indentation that goes along the boat right here that just, even if you don't latch it down, you can set your paddle there. If you're not moving and you're trying to land a fish, you can set the paddle there and it won't fall off into the water. So did miss that. And obviously I'm comparing this directly to the Radar 135. The paddle keeps on the Radar 135 are just, they're hard. One thing for sure that I definitely missed was the rudder on this boat. Not necessarily the actual steerability of it, or I should say the traction control that it has on it, but the deployment. I mean, the deployment on this is just so much easier than any other boat I've ever been on. It uses the natural gravity and weight of the actual rudder to drop down, and it's spring loaded so it pops back up when you need to kind of get it back up. So what else did I miss? In that same vein, dealing with the rudder, is the foot control aspect of this rudder. I think that Feelfree really got it right by using these steel cables. There's less stress that goes on them and less stretchability at the end of the day. And I know you can't put a foot control rudder on a pedal drive. I get that. I'm not stupid. But at the end of the day, the steering system in the Lure 11.5 is just fantastic. So I definitely missed having foot control rudders. The biggest thing that I miss about this boat. There she is, the old wheel and the keel. Getting this boat down the launch, not having to use a cart. It's an ingenious idea. I'm not sure if Feelfree just has like, you know, a patent on this or nobody else can do it, but other kayak companies need to take note and really consider putting something along those lines into their kayaks. And here, well, you're probably going to think that I'm going to say, hey, you know, I really miss the seat. You'd be dead wrong. I absolutely hate this seat now. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that the back of the rise of the seat isn't high enough. And, you know, I was telling a buddy of mine, like, my back is killing me from Sunday, and I took 2 a leave when I was out on the water. I don't think this is the best seat on the market, and I don't think it needs 10 points of adjustability. I think they need to rethink their seat. I know on the newer models, specifically when it comes to the Dorado, this is higher, the seat back is higher, so that makes total sense to me. But this seat is a no-go for me. In fact, it's one of the reasons why I'm actually contemplating selling this boat and getting a different paddle kayak. That is still up in the works. Miss the grab handles. Makes it super easy to handle the boat when it's out of water and really just kind of, you know, get the boat around. I missed having flush mount rod holders. Now, yeah, look, I can put those on the Radar 135, but not having flush mount rod holders, I didn't think it was gonna be that big of a deal, but it's something that I actually really miss a lot, and Feelfree did it right with these. Your rod is securely in there. Obviously you have the leashes. I never use these things though, but this is something that I definitely missed not having full access to on the newer boat. Now look, as I mentioned, this isn't supposed to be a comparison to the newer kayak that I have, which is the Wilderness Radar 135. It's really just kind of, you know, what I missed about this particular kayak. So it's almost kind of like a, I don't know, a long-term kind of coming back and going forward and going back to the old kayak kind of review and thoughts and processes. One thing I will say, this is not a paddling kayak. The Feelfree Lure is a tank. I have actually paddled the Wilderness Radar 135, and let's just forget about the tracking aspect of it, but it just paddles so much better, which is odd to me because it's a heavier boat, and it should be a bit more clunkier in the water, but the Feelfree Lure, it's not a paddling boat. So I will tell you this, this boat has a ton of features, but at the end of the day, if you're looking to paddle long distances, either look into the 135 or look into a different boat with a different hull design. I've paddled the Bonafides and they do paddle very well. But that's it. Like I said, not comparing the two, but my back is killing me and just really kind of made me think, did I really miss this boat? Yes and no. I could do with it either or. If I do sell this boat, everybody on this channel will know about it, and of course I will go down to Headwaters and talk to Dan about kind of doing some sort of swap possibly. That's it. That's the video for today. Thanks for liking this video. Or did you like it? You should like it. Comment down below if you have this boat. If you have any questions to me about this boat, I'd be more than happy to answer them. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day. Bye.